10 Greatest Man-Made Wonders in the World. From the earliest days of civilization, man's unique ability to think beyond the box allowed him to produce awe-inspiring works of art. There are many examples of man-made marvels that demonstrate the spirit and aesthetic power of the human race. In today's video, we will take a look at the 10 greatest man-made wonders in the world. Both ancient and contemporary works of art by the greatest human beings are included in this list. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Number 10. Transfiguration Church, Giza, Russia. Can you envision a building that is constructed without using any nails? The Transfiguration Church is the most noteworthy structure of the Giza Pogos since it is entirely made of wood. Because wood is the only material used, the church cannot be heated. As a result, services are only offered during the summer months. The church's height is notable as many consider it to be Russia's highest wooden structure. The church has 22 domes, each 121 feet tall. The church was constructed in the typical Russian carpentry style of the 18th century. Many people assume that the 18-dome church was the precursor. There is no deep foundation, and the structure is supported by a stone base. The iconostasis of the Church of the Transfiguration contains 4 levels and 102 icons. It is indeed a marvelous man-made structure. Number 9. Mogao Caves, China. The Mogao Caves, also known as the Thousand Buddha Grottos, are a series of caves in China's northwest. There are 492 temples in the caves, making them a significant archaeological site for the study of Buddhist culture. When Western explorers rekindled their interest in the Silk Road in the early 1900s, they discovered the Library Cave. As a result, the cave was found, which many assume was sealed up in the early 11th century. The library's contents were dispersed among institutions around the globe, with the major collections located in Berlin, Beijing, London, and Paris. Number 8. Baalbek, Lebanon. Baalbek, nicknamed Baalbek to the locals, is home to one of the world's largest temples. The Jupiter Temple is one of the oldest and greatest temples in the Roman Empire. What's more, the ruins are the best preserved Roman Empire ruins in the world, and they date back to 9,000 years ago when the city was watered by a stream that ran from the fortress. The architectural worth of the ruins is invaluable, as architects are still attempting to figure out how the entire area was watered down. Currently, the ruins serve as the locations for the Baalbek International Festival. Number 7. Potala Palace, Tibet. Located at an altitude of 12,100 feet is the famous Potala Palace, which served as a home for the Dalai Lama for many years. The palace's initial construction was overseen by the 5th Dalai Lama. One of his advisors suggested to the Dalai Lama that the location would be excellent for a government seat. The palace is located between Lhasa's ancient city and the Sera monasteries. When the 14th Dalai Lama fled to India during the Tibetan rebellion in 1959, the palace lost its influence. It is still used for traditional Tibetan administration, however, it is largely used as a museum nowadays. Number 6. Colosseum, Rome. The Colosseum is the Roman Empire's largest and most famous amphitheater. Its construction began in 72 AD with Emperor Vespasian of the Flavian dynasty and was completed in 80 AD by his son Titus. For 100 days at the inaugural festivities of the Colosseum, 5,000 beasts and 2,000 gladiators were slaughtered. The Colosseum could accommodate 50,000 spectators who could enter through no less than 80 entrances. Spectators were shielded from the rain and sun by a sail called the velarium that wrapped around the top of the attic. It is a renowned tourist destination in Rome and has become an iconic symbol of Imperial Rome. Number 5. Petra Jordan. Petra was the Nabatean kingdom's ancient capital. It is unquestionably Jordan's most priceless asset and most popular tourist attraction. A gigantic, one-of-a-kind metropolis built into the side of the Wadi Musa Canyon centuries ago, and it was an important junction for the silk and spice routes that connected China, India, and Southern Arabia with Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Number 4. Prabanan, Indonesia. What began as a Hindu resistance against a Buddhist monarchy grew to become the greatest Hindu temple in Indonesia and Southeast Asia. The temple's building signaled the return of the Sanjaya dynasty, a Hindu dynasty that ruled in central Java. In central Java, it marked the transition from Buddhism to Hinduism. The temple, which was established in the 9th century, is devoted to Trimurti, the Hindu god who is the creator, preserver, and destroyer. It is currently a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The largest building is 154 feet tall and designed in traditional Hindu style. Number 3. Port Marion, Wales. Port Marion in Wales is a lovely Baroque Italian village. Port Marion was designed to resemble Portofino, one of Italy's most gorgeous villages. The village, which is owned by a non-profit trust, was built between 1925 and 1975. The settlement has served as the inspiration for numerous films and television shows, most famously The Prisoner. Number 2. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China was constructed, reconstructed, and maintained between the 5th and 16th centuries BC to secure the Chinese Empire's northern boundaries from Xiongnu tribal invasions. Several walks known as the Great Wall have been constructed. One of the most famous is the wall built by the first emperor of China between 2020 and 206 BC, but only a portion of it stands. The Ming Dynasty built the majority of the extant wall. According to the most current archaeological survey, the entire Great Wall with all of its branches runs for 8,851.8 kilometers. Number 1. Pyramids of Giza, Cairo. The Giza necropolis, located in the southern suburbs of Cairo, is possibly the most famous ancient site in the world. The Giza pyramids were built over 3 generations by Khufu, his second reigning son Khafre, and Menkaure. The Great Pyramid of Khufu is the earliest and only surviving example of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Over 2 million stone blocks were utilized to build the pyramid over a 20-year period that ended around 2560 BC. The pyramid stands 139 meters or 455 feet tall, making it the biggest in Egypt. Yet nearby Khafre's pyramid appeared to be taller due to its greater height. If you want to know more stunning and marvelous landmarks around the world, then make sure to check out our next video.